Third and Long is brought to you by Envision Custom Renovations. Transform your home into luxury living.
Fresh off a Labor Day win, Dave Dickenson joins us on Third and Long to talk about the Eskimos and going up to Edmonton for round 2. Welcome to Third and Long. Mike Lownsbrough with head coach Dave Dickenson, and here at Third and Long, we bought you a present on behalf of winning. On behalf of winning, we personalized it for you.
This has got to be at least what, $3, $4, $5?
Yeah, at least.
So, and I bet you these are top sellers as well. I bet you a lot of these are going. I run into a lot of people with my kids. They think they're head ball coaches as well, so maybe I'm going to keep this one, though.
I know
Thank
you are.
Appreciate that.
It's a dangerous precedent because next you'll be wanting cash.
Yeah, that is dangerous. But we can talk about that later.
All right, let's talk about Labor Day because that was the big thing this week, and congratulations on a great game. You guys are on a bit of roll when it comes to Labor Day games at home. Your thoughts on it, and how did it feel?
Well, first off, it was a great atmosphere, great environment, unbelievable fan support. If anyone was there or was living close to McMahon, the Jets were lower than ever. I mean, I couldn't believe how low they were, and it really got us going. And you could just see the corners of the building filling up, and that hasn't happened a lot in recent years. So the people really showed up. I'm thinking since our games are in doubt, I mean, you come to our games, we're going to be pretty entertaining, but you don't know if we're going to win or lose this year as much as maybe in the past. I think the fans are kind of generating a little bit of buzz, and I do think that they were a big-time impact in the game. It was an amazing game for us. We felt like the energy was there. We felt like the weather was perfect. And to come out with a W in front of 32,000 was sweet. Military Appreciation Day, we love that. We talk about it being like, hey, war, and we got to go to war, but we know it's not real war. And yet these guys, they look so young, the soldiers, and you got men and women, and we realize what they're putting on the line. So I think our players responded. I think running out with a military personnel guy for intros, they enjoyed it. Our guys enjoyed it, and I think our players responded.
6-4, Dave. After Labor Day, that's not so bad. You're in third spot, but everybody is within striking distance.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is bunched up, and we play them.
Yep.
So the tough thing when you play back-to-backs is obviously to try to finish the deal. And it hasn't happened. We've been good on Labor Day, haven't been bad on the rematch, but we're probably no better than 50-50. Had a barn burner last year, lost 48-42. We know it's going to be a different game. We understand the challenges ahead of us, but if we could go up there and steal one, really put ourselves in a good position.
How's Bo after the game?
Seems good. He popped in, had a good smile on his face, wrote me a text, basically, thanks for keeping the faith. I was like, come on, Bo. I mean, I always have faith in him, and I was just waiting for him to get back and be healthy and be himself, and he played a heck of a game.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, and it's great to hear that about Bo, social media, as you know, the most popular guy is the backup quarterback or the next head coach. But so it seemed to be a lot
fire
of
this guy.
I'm just saying, we've known this. But one thing I wanted to talk to you about was just the overall coaching philosophy. Now, you had you were blocking out signals. Someone suggested that maybe the last game when they made that big run, maybe they were stealing signals from the sideline. Now you guys have all the things blocking. Is that how you felt, honestly?
I never even noticed it, man.
Oh,
it was sunny.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
It was sunny, I didn't put enough sunscreen on. We didn't want to block the view for certain fans, so we did want to shade our coaches a bit. There's a lot of gamesmanship in football, and you're always trying to get an edge. But honestly, most of them don't even matter, but you're always trying to get an edge.
Okay, but you were concerned.
Well, things happen, and I know things have happened. I know what happens with other teams that tell us certain things, and obviously, our defensive coaches are trying to get the best advantage they can and get the communication as good as they can. We've also had those where we've had signs that actually have calls on them, so people think they're just nothing, and then we put up and it has a picture of someone, and it's actually a defensive front. we're going to keep evolving. We got to have some that are distractions, some that are just out there, some that mean something. One quarter they mean something, the next quarter they don't. So we're going to keep doing that to try to keep people guessing on what defenses and offensive calls we're running.
Huh, interesting. Your defense, are you happy with it? Boy, they had some pretty nice plays, and they kept Harris in check.
I thought for the most part this game was the most complete game of the year for us. I know it wasn't a fancy, big scoring game.
Right.
We controlled the game offensively, but and I thought our defense was excellent, and even our special teams I thought won. It was a close battle. There's quite a few penalties from both sides. They had some good returns that some penalties wiped off, but I thought as a team we played our best. Defensively showed up, and guys, it's basically when it comes down to this tackling and running to the ball. And we created the turnovers, but our guys were flying around. Yeah, there's still mistakes. There's still things we can correct, but if you looked at the energy and how we tackled and flew to the ball, that's the effort and the level of execution we need.
On offense, I thought the O-line played better, and your running game was outstanding.
Yeah, I thought obviously it takes the big guys up front. We were blocking as a group of 12, meaning we had fullbacks and receivers in the run game scheme.
Sure.
They were doing a nice job, but give Kadeem Carey some credit on that. He was running downhill, making people miss, took some big shots.
Yeah.
It was a physical game. We just kept getting up, but he seemed to get a little stronger as the game went on. That's the type of thing we're looking for.
Always great to have you here after a win.
Better after a win,
Yes,
no doubt.
It is.